Good morning, students. Our next chapter in geography is distribution of oceans and continents from the book Fundamentals of Physical Geography. This is chapter number 4. We have completed chapter 1 and chapter 3. Chapter 2 has been barred from our syllabus. Now, as the name of the chapter denotes, we know that the Earth's surface is covered by continents and oceans. पूरा अर्थ का जो सरफेस है वहाँ पे कुछ एरिया में कॉन्टिनेंट्स है, लैंड मास है और कुछ में कॉन्टिनेंट्स है. आवर अर्थ इज कॉल्ड अ ब्लू प्लैनेट बिकॉज 29% of the land is continent and 71% of the land is covered by ocean. This is the reason the earth is called a blue planet. Now the position of the continents and oceans as we see today was not same in the past and it will not remain same in the future. जहाँ आज जो कॉन्टिनेंट्स हैं और ओशंस हैं, पास्ट में उनकी पोजीशन बिल्कुल डिफरेंट थी और आगे फ्यूचर में भी बहुत डिफरेंट होने वाली है. ये सब धीरे धीरे मूव कर रहे हैं. अर्थ के जो इंटरनल फोर्सेस हैं दे आर एक्टिंग अपॉन द क्रस्ट ऑफ द अर्थ एंड मूवमेंट इज़ टेकिंग प्लेस कंटिन्यूसली सिंस एंशिएंट टाइम्स. अब कुछ जो क्वेश्चन हमारे दिमाग में आते हैं वो ये हैं कि व्हाट वाज द पोजीशन इन द पास्ट. 3 क्वेश्चंस माइंड में आते हैं. व्हाट, why and how. कि what was the position of these continents and land masses? Why is it changing now? Why is it different? What has happened and how these changes took place? These are the major questions that come to our mind. And how did scientists come to know all about this? In this chapter, we are going to study all this in detail. Continental drift theory. Now, if we look at the world map closely, we will be surprised at the symmetry of the coastlines on the either side of the oceans. Many scientists thought of this similarity and they gave the idea that possibly two Americas, North America, South America, Europe and Africa, they were once joined together. It was Abraham Ortelius. He was the first person to propose this idea in 1596. He was a Dutch map maker. Then Antonio Pellegrini, he drew a map showing the 3 continents together. But it was only in 1912 Alfred Wegener, a German meteorologist, who gave the idea of continental drift. He believed that the total continent area was a single landmass and there was a mega ocean surrounding this landmass. The landmass, he named it as Pangaea, which means all earth, and the oceanic body he called Panthalassa, which means all water. तो एल्फ्रेड वेगनर फर्स्ट पर्सन थे जिन्होंने कॉन्टिनेंटल ड्रिफ्ट थ्योरी को हमें दिया. And it was only in 1912 that this idea came forward. और इन्होंने बताया कि जो पूरा लैंड मास है वो एक सिंगल पीस में है एंड इट वाज कॉल्ड पेंजिया. और उसके चारों ओर एक मेगा ओशन है विच ही नेम्ड एज पेंथलासा. He said that around 200 million years ago ये जो पेंजिया लैंडमास था ये धीरे धीरे स्प्लिट होने लगा और पहले पेंजिया लैंडमास टू लार्ज कॉन्टिनेंटल मासेस में ब्रोकअप हुआ. द नॉर्दर्न पार्ट वॉज कॉल्ड लॉरेशिया एंड सदर्न पार्ट वॉज कॉल्ड गोंडवाना लैंड. जो नॉर्थ, जो पूरा जो पेंजिया लैंड मास था, इट ब्रोक इनटू टू पार्ट्स. द नॉर्थ पार्ट वॉज कॉल्ड लॉरेशिया एंड द सदर्न पार्ट वॉज कॉल्ड, ये था नॉर्थ पार्ट, और सदर्न वाला इट वॉज कॉल्ड गोंडवाना लैंड. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, यहाँ तक समझ में आया आप लोग को? देन लॉरेशिया एंड गोंडवाना लैंड, दे ब्रोक अप इनटू स्मॉलर कॉन्टिनेंट्स दैट एग्जिस्ट टिल टुडे. और इन सब चीज़ों का उन्होंने अपने व्यूज़ दिए टू सपोर्ट हिज कॉन्टिनेंटल ड्रिफ्ट थ्योरी. द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज एविडेंस इन सपोर्ट ऑफ द कॉन्टिनेंट ड्रिफ्ट थ्योरी. So, various geographers gave various points to support the continental drift theory. The first point was the matching of the continents. If we see the world map closely, we will see that all the continents, they fit with each other. जब हम कॉन्टिनेंट्स की आउटलाइन को देखते हैं तो हमें पता चलता है कि वो एक जिगसॉ पजल की तरह आपस में फिट हो सकते हैं ईजिली. जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल शोर लाइन्स ऑफ अफ्रीका एंड साउथ अमेरिका, अगर आप उनको ध्यान से देखेंगे तो आप देखेंगे कि वो कितने अच्छे से एक दूसरे में फिट हो सकती है. एडवर्ड बुलर्ड इन 1964 उन्होंने एक मैप दिया अपनी इस थ्योरी को प्रूव करने के लिए, और उसमें उन्होंने सब कॉन्टिनेंट्स को आपस में फिट करके बताया. इट प्रूव टू बी टोटली परफेक्ट. द मैच वॉज ट्राइड एट 1000 fathom line इंस्टेड ऑफ द प्रेजेंट कोस्ट लाइन. जो फैदम लाइन है इट इज़ अ यूनिट ऑफ डेप्थ मेजरमेंट. तो उन्होंने उसको 1000 फैदम लाइन पर उसको मैप को शो किया इंस्टेड ऑफ प्रेजेंट कोस्ट लाइन. नाउ सेकेंड इज रॉक्स ऑफ द सेम एज अक्रॉस द ओशन. सेकेंड पॉइंट मैंने यहाँ लिखा है रॉक्स ऑफ सेम एज अक्रॉस द ओशंस. नाउ रेडियोमेट्रिक डेटिंग मेथड्स डेवलप हुए पास्ट में, उससे हमें पता चलता है कि जो रॉक फॉर्मेशन है डिफरेंट कॉन्टिनेंट्स की, ओशंस के बीच में ओशन है, दोनों तरफ अलग अलग तरह के कॉन्टिनेंट्स हैं. जब इन रॉक्स के स्ट्रक्चर को देखा गया तो ये पता चला कि ये जो रॉक्स हैं ये सेम स्ट्रक्चर की बनी हुई है. द बेल्ट ऑफ एंशिएंट रॉक्स ऑन द ब्राज़ील कोस्ट मैच्ड विद दोज ऑफ द वेस्ट अफ्रीका कोस्ट. These rocks are 2000 million years old. तो जब रॉक स्ट्रक्चर सेम है दैट मीन्स दे आर ब्रोकन फ्रॉम द सेम पीस ऑफ रॉक. अर्लीस्ट मेराइन डिपॉजिट्स भी जो हैं कोस्ट लाइन पे अफ्रीका और साउथ अमेरिका में जो हमें मिले हैं वो जुरासिक एज के हैं. दिस सजेस्ट्स दैट इन द इनिशियल पीरियड अटलांटिक ओशन डिड नॉट एग्जिस्ट. नाउ थर्ड इज tillites. The third is tillites. Now what are tillites? Tillites are sedimentary rocks formed by the action of glacier. Now गोंडवाना सिस्टम जो है, जो साउथ का जो लैंड मास था गोंडवाना सिस्टम, it is made up of sediments from India. Sediments from India, they match with 6 different land masses of southern hemisphere. तो इंडिया का जो लैंड मास है, जो सेडिमेंट्री स्ट्रक्चर है, वो डिफरेंट 6 लैंड मासेस से मैच करता है. तो इस दीज टिलाइट्स, ये एक बहुत अच्छा एविडेंस है कि दैट इन द पास्ट देयर हैड बीन एन एक्सटेंसिव ग्लेशिएशन. ये टिलाइट्स जो रॉक स्ट्रक्चर है सेडिमेंट्री रॉक्स, एक बहुत बड़ा प्रूफ है कि पास्ट बहुत पहले जब समय में यहाँ पे ज़बरदस्त ग्लेशिएशन हुआ है, बहुत ज़बरदस्त ग्लेशियर एक्टिविटी हुई है. दीज 6 लैंड मासेस इंक्लूड अफ्रीका, फॉकलैंड, मेडागास्कर, एंटार्क्टिका, ऑस्ट्रेलिया एंड इंडिया. द ग्लेशियल टिलाइट्स प्रोवाइडेड clear evidence of paleoclimates and confirmed the drifting of continents. Here I have used a new term, paleoclimates. What is paleoclimates? Paleoclimate is actually past climate. So since it is not possible to go back to see what climate was there like, scientists they've used imprints created during the past climate. And these stellites, they are the best proof that in the past there had been a heavy glacier activity which has resulted in the formation of these sedimentary rocks. The fourth point is placer deposits. Ghana coast of Africa. We see Ghana coast of Africa, it does not have source rock of placer deposits of gold which are found there. अफ्रीका में बहुत गोल्ड है, लेकिन जो वहाँ का जो सोर्स रॉक है, it does not have placer deposits of gold. The gold bearing veins are found only in Brazil. So this means that this portion has broken away and drifted apart. The actual veins are in Brazil. This gives evidence that the Ghana deposits of gold have come from the Brazilian coast when the two continents were together in the past. The fifth is distribution of fossils. The individual species of animals and plants found on the coasts of Africa and South America, they give evidence that these coasts were joined together in the past. Lemuria, found in India, Madagascar, and Africa, give evidence that these three land masses were joined together. What is Lemuria? It is an animal. It is not exactly an ape, not exactly a monkey. So this particular animal is found in India, Madagascar, and Africa. And that gives a clear evidence that these land masses were joined once. The skeletons of Mesosaurus, a small reptile adapted to shallow brackish water, are found in the southern Cape province of South Africa and Irauer formations of Brazil. So, though these localities are now 4,800 kilometers away from each other, but the skeletons of Mesosaurus, this small reptile, is found in both these places. This suggests that these two localities were together in the past. So we see, students, there were 5 main points by which geographers tried to support the continental drift theory. Next is force for drifting. Alfred Wegener, who suggested the continental drift theory, said that two forces were responsible for the drifting of the continents. The first was pole fleeing force and the second is the tidal force. With the term pole fleeing force, we understand that something fleeing from the poles happened actually. So by this we mean the fleeing of the land masses. He believed that Pangaea originated in the South Pole and the centrifugal force of the earth was responsible for the moving of this land mass. The centrifugal force caused the land mass to move towards the equator. The second force he used is the tidal force. Now, what is the tidal force? He believed that due to the attraction of the sun, moon, and the earth, the tides were developed in the oceans. And these two forces, his theory actually used these two forces which were responsible for the drifting of the continents. But his theory was rejected very soon because the forces used in this theory are not valid enough to prove the drifting of the continents. तो अल्फ्रेड वेगनर की ये जो थ्योरी थी फ्लीइंग ऑफ द पोल्स एंड pole fleeing force and tidal force, it was rejected because it was not sufficient to prove the moving of the continents on such a large scale. Now next topic is post-drift theories. Post-drift theories included 4 things. First was the convection current theory. Second is the mapping of the oceanic floor. third is distribution of earthquakes and volcanoes, and fourth is concept of the sea floor spreading. So in this video we will discuss the first and second. The first is convection current theory. Now Arthur Holmes, he discussed the possibility of convection currents operating in the mantle. Radioactive elements, they cause thermal differences in the mantle and they cause convection currents. Now you know that the mantle, below the crust we have the mantle. The mantle is divided into two parts, the outer mantle and the lower mantle. The outer mantle is the asthenosphere, which is filled up with magma. This magma is in liquid state. So here, because of thermal differences, convection currents arise. These currents, they operate in the entire mantle, upper mantle, and on the basis of this convection current theory, the continental drift theory was discarded. Now second is mapping of the oceanic floor. Oceanic floor is not uniform everywhere. It has several land features. Major relief features of the oceanic floor, they include submerged mountains, hills, plateaus, ridges, plains and trenches. Now oceanic crust, it is believed that it is much younger than the continental crust. The reason for this is volcanic eruptions are regularly taking place on the oceanic crust, and that is the reason that this crust is younger as compared to the continental crust. So you see, mapping oceanic floor, mapping was done on the oceanic floor and it was found it was not same everywhere. Changes were continuously taking place on the oceanic bed also. The next topic is ocean floor configuration. The oceanic floor may be segmented into three major divisions on the depth as well as forms of relief. These divisions are continental margins, deep sea basins and mid-ocean ridges. Now let us take the first point, continental margins. These, they form the transition between the continental shores and the deep sea basins. They include the continental shelf, the continental slope, continental rise and deep oceanic trenches. The second is the abyssal plains, or you may also call them deep sea basins. They are extensive plains that lie between the continental margins and the mid-oceanic ridges. The abyssal plains are the areas where the continental sediments that move beyond the margins get deposited. तो abyssal plains कौन सा एरिया है? ये कॉन्टिनेंटल मार्जिन और मिड ओशनिक रिजेस के बीच का एरिया अबेसल प्लेन्स का है. नाउ थर्ड इज मिड ओशनिक रिजेस. मिड ओशनिक रिजेस आर an interconnected change of mountain system within the ocean. It is the longest mountain chain on the surface of the earth, though it is submerged under the oceanic waters. It is characterized by a central rift system at the crest and a fractionated plateau and flank zone all along its length. The rift system at the crest is the zone of intense volcanic activity. जो ये हमारी मिड ओशनिक रिज है, इसका जो क्रेस्ट है वो एरिया, वहाँ पे इंटेंस वॉल्केनिक एक्टिविटी इज टेकिंग प्लेस ऑल द टाइम. द मैग्मा इज कमिंग आउट एंड कूलिंग डाउन ऑल ओवर. सो this ridge is one of the longest mountain chain on the surface of the earth, though it is under water, it is submerged, पानी के अंदर है ये, ठीक है. So